Chin Radio TV International, fiercely Canadian, mighty proud of our heritage, celebrating diversity for 51 years.
This show is brought to you by Local 183, Layuna, feel the power.
Bem-vindos a mais um programa aqui na TV que fala a sua língua. Eu sou Juliano De Luca e essa é a Nossa TV Canadá, a TV feita pra você. E como sempre, eu quero começar esse programa agradecendo a Deus Todo-Poderoso, que teve tanto amor à humanidade, que deu seu Filho unigênito, para todo aquele que nele crê não pereça, mas tenha a vida eterna. E a Nossa TV hoje começa com informação e imigração. Quero começar aí parabenizando o primeiro-ministro de Portugal que esteve aqui, junto com o Justin Trudeau, o primeiro-ministro do Canadá, falando sobre imigração e ajudar os jovens dos dois países. Que isso sirva de lição aí para os políticos brasileiros que precisam sair um pouco do Brasil e vir para outros países também ajudar os brasileiros que estão fora do Brasil. Então, mais uma vez, eu quero agradecer aí a atenção do político, né, do primeiro-ministro de Portugal, que veio até o Canadá, que foi até os Estados Unidos e que luta pelo direito dos portugueses. Parabéns e fique com essa matéria aí com o nosso repórter Fernando Caco.
No dia 21 de abril, dezenas de policiais de Ontário se encontraram no Yorkdale Shopping Center para o Cops for Cancer, onde oficiais e voluntários rasparam o cabelo em campanha para conscientizar a comunidade sobre a constante batalha contra o câncer. A reunião do primeiro-ministro de Portugal, António Costa, e o primeiro-ministro canadense, Justin Trudeau, promete gerar frutos para os jovens dos dois países. Um acordo bilateral entre os dois governos pretende promover e facilitar o intercâmbio de indivíduos entre 18 e 35 anos que queiram estudar ou trabalhar nos dois países. Ainda sobre imigração, no dia 5 de maio, o ministro de Imigração Ahmed Hussein e os MPs Caroline Bennett, Julie Zerowitz e Marco Mendicino organizaram uma reunião aberta em Toronto para discutir problemas no sistema de imigração canadense. A reunião começou com comentários sobre o progresso obtido pelos liberais em comparação ao governo anterior. Entretanto, a falta de tempo e organização causou descontentamento dos presentes, que clamavam por respostas concretas. Esse é o programa Vem Comigo. Fique conosco, nós temos muito mais para você.
Once again, Layuna, step up for the development of this country. Mr. Jack Oliveira, the business manager of a local 183 and OPDC. What do you think about this amazing time that we spend talking about the future of Canada, Mr. Jack?
Well, I think this is very important. I mean, this symposium hopefully will get our managers throughout the province, as they are very involved on this, to get the message out there, the importance of pipeline and transportation of oil. I mean, as you can see behind me, a lot of products are made from oil, and I think our government needs to basically realize that, because it plays a huge part in the economy of Canada, and I think we as Layuna are going to continue to promote pipelines and continue to get involved in order to make people out there understand that this is the way to go.
How this will reflect positively for the natives?
Well, it's going to create a lot of jobs for them. As you know, Layuna has partnerships with them. We do a lot of training for them. We help their youth, and I think it's great that we are a trade union that believe in helping others and investing in communities and work with everyone. And I think this is the end result. I think we are leaders when it comes to relations like that.
Right besides me, I got a David Swore, and I'd like to ask you a straight question. Why Canadian oil, it's important?
Both in Canada and in the world, they would like to use our oil. There's a demand for oil worldwide, and it's increasing. There's many countries that could be providing for it. We think Canada is best positioned, but so does the world. They would prefer to import from Canada than any other oil-producing nation. We know that from surveys, they respect our laws that we have. They would respect us as a trading nation. We're a value trading nation, and we bring a lot to the table when we bring our resources to market. They know we are secure deals, we honor contracts, and we govern by the rule of law. When we also produce our oil, a lot of innovation goes into it. We're searching for our climate change solutions right here in Canada, right here in Ontario actually. What we saw from an earlier speaker about capturing carbon and emissions from it, we're researching those kinds of things. No other nation is doing what we're doing. We're a leading edge on all categories when it comes to oil production.
Canada Energy Citizens is the largest pro-oil and natural gas advocacy group in Canada. We have a very large social media presence, and we encourage Canadians to get involved to advocate for oil and natural gas, Canadian oil and natural gas. We have hundreds of thousands of members across this country. They are attending rallies, they are speaking up for this industry in our country. They're signing petitions, and they are talking to their local government and communities about getting involved in oil and gas issues in this country.
Our TV is back, and right beside me, I got the Vice President of Liuna International, Mr. Joseph Montanelli. Once again, Liuna step up to development of this great country. What do you have to say about this amazing meeting that we have today, and talk about the oil?
Well, this is an opportunity to educate citizens here in Canada, not only the workers that do the work, the four trades that do the work on the pipelines, but to educate people in Canada that the petroleum industry is an important part of the fabric of Canada. From an economic point of view, clearly, it's very, very important. People understand how important it is, not only the jobs, but all the products that are made from the petroleum industry. Products like the pens that you use, the helmets for our children, playing hockey, the tires on your car, the petroleum that runs your car, the plastics in your car, the toothbrushes you use. I mean, it's endless. So this is an opportunity to educate the industry, the public as well, that safe pipelines, and I use the operative word safe pipelines is the best way to transport petroleum. Not by rail and not by truck, because that has been a problem. We've had extraordinary problems with transporting petroleum in any other way. Lac Mégantic is a good example that burned down an entire town, and I know that's an extreme example, but it's a good example, and it shows that is not the safest way to do it. Building safe pipelines with good safeguards is the only way to do it. And today's symposium, bringing together the industry, bringing together government, the trades and workers and everyone else, is probably the best way to demonstrate to move forward and build pipelines in the best way. What we need also to do is to let the governments know that that's the best way, because governments sometimes act wishy-washy on this issue, because they want to please everybody. They want to please the environmentalists, they want to please the workers doing the pipeline, the oil producers, and etc. They need to educate themselves that really we're not hurting the environment. Actually, we're protecting the environment by making sure that safe pipelines are built, there are no spills, so we're protecting the environment as well. And so we really need to step up our educational process on this, because quite frankly, most people don't realize what's going on. And you know, ignorance sometimes is our worst enemy. And educating people is the very best way to get the message across. Liuna has a great relationship with the Indigenous community, primarily because we're training the Indigenous community. We're having today this symposium in a training center for a good reason, because we're training the future workers of Canada how to work properly, how to work safely, and work with the new technology, because things are different now than they used to be. You know, there are many checks and balances with pipelines. So we're training Indigenous youth on working with petroleum, working with energy as well. and it's working out fantastic, giving an opportunity for us to replenish our workforce with new people, because we need them, and it's giving an opportunity for these young Indigenous people to come in and have a great career.
Well, I think there's a great opportunity to be able to enhance the fact that we can educate. I think this resource development summit we had here today in regards to, initiating the fact that the general public needs to be informed. I believe when we look at the hashtag Thank You Oil aspect that we looked at and unveiled today here at the summit, I think it enhances, and in respect to what's being built out there is really why we need these projects to be ongoing. I believe that certainly the opportunities of education, of that. I'm an Indigenous person, for example. I think it's been a great resource for me as well, because I know that some things are made through petroleum, but I didn't know all the things that were made through petroleum. So I think it's a great opportunity with LIUNA, certainly the other building trades, the UA, the operating engineers, the teams, the opportunity to look at and enhance the fact that these things are happening, and we need to educate and make sure that the education portfolio is out there.
E essa foi a matéria do Pipeline. Quero deixar aqui minha palavra para os líderes, Joseph Montinelli, Jack Oliveira e outros que estão envolvidos em fazer um trabalho grandioso para o futuro desse país e continuar gerando emprego para o bem-estar das famílias, da população. E agora vamos para o comercial e não sai daí, que daqui a pouquinho a gente volta. Vem comigo.
This is our family.
This is our life.
And we are LIUNA.
O Oasis Convention Center é o local ideal para a sua festa. Amplos salões, ambiente agradável e atendimento personalizado. A nossa equipe de profissionais é altamente qualificada e estará à sua disposição para tornar o seu evento mais atraente e sofisticado. E você não precisa se preocupar com nenhum detalhe da festa. Venha nos conhecer e torne a festa dos seus sonhos realidade.
Você também acha que frequentar uma igreja deve ser algo agradável? Fazer novos amigos e conhecer os seus vizinhos? Desfrutar de músicas animadas com sabor contemporâneo? Ouvir mensagens encorajadoras e positivas a cada semana? Então você pensa como nós. Somos uma igreja de língua portuguesa que há 17 anos está presente em centenas de famílias em Toronto. Faça-nos uma visita e veja a diferença. Igreja Assembleia de Deus. Ministério Cristo para as Nações.
A Nossa TV Canadá agora está na City TV para mais de 13 milhões de espectadores, quebrando barreiras e distribuindo conteúdo de qualidade cross-Canada. O melhor da nossa programação direto para Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver e Bermudas. É a Nossa TV Canadá, conquistando novos horizontes. Nossa TV Canadá, a televisão que fala a sua língua.
Estamos de volta porque a Nossa TV não para e agora mais informação sobre migração outra vez. Porque se a gente não informar, o povo não vai saber. E nós recebemos aqui um documento do UWC, a organização que está cuidando com carinho já há muitos anos dos indocumentados que estão no Canadá. Então, a Nossa TV esteve lá E como mídia, é minha obrigação de passar para você essa informação. Confira com a gente.
On April 25, 2018, the Undocumented Workers Committee organized a press conference to release a summary of information about the pilot project for undocumented workers in Canada. The committee was represented by Joe Pimentel, Bento de São José, and Tony Letra. The press conference was called to address Minister Hussein's allegations that the pilot project never existed and that no pilot project applications were ever received. Here's Minister Hussein's letter of February 23, 2018. Minister Hussein said two important things. First, the pilot project never existed. Second, no pilot project applications were ever received. Here's what he said. We have not received any applications related to this matter, as there is no active pilot project, nor has there ever been one. Now let's look at the facts in 3 steps. Step number 1. Peter Fonseca announces the pilot project on December 23, 2016.
Starting with this pilot where we will take those that have become undocumented, to be able to reintegrate them, bring them back in. There'll be temporary foreign workers again, and then on that pathway. Now this will be done as a pilot project here in the GTHA. There are a number of other pilot projects going on in the country. Now, like I said, it is a pilot project, right? And we need it to be successful. The success of this pilot project in construction will mean your success, because it will give us the opportunity to broaden this, and we have talked about broadening it with the ministry. What it is right now the pilot project is to start with construction, get it going, and then to see if this all works, to broaden it. There are a number of other initiatives. There are a number of other initiatives. Like I could tell you one. Remember, Sonia, Francesco Sorbera has brought up the one with the Italians.
When do you anticipate that will be ready, and do you need approval from Parliament to proceed with this, or can you just proceed?
We could just proceed, and it'll be most likely by the spring we will be embarking on it.
So by
the spring there'll be an intake. So by the spring we will start bringing in. Now this is, like I said, this is being this is not something that we are announcing to everybody. This is a pilot. This is a pilot. We know where many of these workers are. They will be asked to come in. They have to feel safe about coming forward. And the ministry, working together with contractors and organized labor, will be helping bring them in. We will look at their record. So as I said, for all of us to be successful, we need successful candidates, and as they come in, that's how the pilot will flow out. But what I can tell you is what we are projecting is by very early spring that we would be moving on this. The pilot, it will be for construction.
Just for construction.
Yeah. It'll be only open to construction right now, because we need to start somewhere. That's the reason. We need to start somewhere, and we need success. We need success.
You know, Peter, you mentioned before at the start that one of the challenges that you have seen in past administrations is that with a 4-year cycle, you tend to run out of time.
That's why we started day one.
Right.
Step number 2. Peter Fonseca received over 100 pilot project applications in 2017 and 2018. The career record is clear. Peter Fonseca received many applications. In addition, Fonseca received applications delivered in person to his office by applicants. He personally acknowledged receipt. Here's what Peter said. I received a number of packages today with some workers' files. Are these the packages you were sending for the pilot? Manual replies. Those are the packages and more to come. Please do your best and thank you so much for your hard work. Step number 3. Brampton Town Hall meeting on September 16, 2017.
I'm the chair of Undocumented Workers Committee, and we had a meeting on the 27th of May, and we talked about the pilot project for skilled laborers in Ontario. That pilot project, and we have some people, some of the MPs that have been working very hard on it, and very, very hard. Peter Fonseca, Sonia Sidun, some other MPs, and there has been a stop put on the pilot project. There has been a pause on the pilot project. I would like to hear from the minister.
First of all, for undocumented workers, this was a process that was begun by the previous minister, the Honorable John McCallum, and when I became the minister, I did not stop that process. I can categorically tell you that that process has not been stopped.
On September 16, Minister Hussein gave a simple answer to a simple question. The pilot project was not stopped. It was not paused.
I can categorically tell you that that process has not been stopped.
There can be no confusion.
I can categorically tell you that that process has not been stopped.
UWC thank all those who participated on the April 25, 2018 media event. Anyone wishing further confirmation of the pilot project's existence or governments receiving pilot projects applications should contact the UWC. Again, thank you.
I've worked in construction for 40 years. I am, and always will be, Leuna.
O Oasis Convention Center é o local ideal para a sua festa. Amplos salões, ambiente agradável e atendimento personalizado. A nossa equipe de profissionais é altamente qualificada e estará à sua disposição para tornar o seu evento mais atraente e sofisticado. E você não precisa se preocupar com nenhum detalhe da festa. Venha nos conhecer e torne a festa dos seus sonhos realidade.
I just started my training, and I am Leuna.
A Nossa TV Canadá agora está na City TV, para mais de 13 milhões de espectadores, quebrando barreiras e distribuindo conteúdo de qualidade cross-Canada. O melhor da nossa programação direto para Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver e Bermudas. É a Nossa TV Canadá, conquistando novos horizontes. Nossa TV Canadá, a televisão que fala a sua língua.
Eu quero começar direto ao ponto. Esse programa feito para você, esse programa onde a gente expressa a realidade do que a gente vê. Quero voltar a falar sobre um assunto muito polêmico, imigração. Eu não estou conformado com o tanto de imigrante que está sendo deportado desse país, sem ao menos ao direito de resposta. Está sendo tirado dos sites de construção, da limpeza, pessoas dignas que pagam os impostos desse país, estão voltando para o seu país de origem, porque simplesmente não são qualificados para estarem aqui no Canadá. Mas engraçado, eles são qualificados quando eles querem tirar um cartão de crédito, eles são qualificados quando eles tiram sua carteira de motorista, eles são qualificados para abrir uma conta em banco, eles são até qualificados para comprar uma casa. Mas quando a imigração põe a mão neles, eles não têm qualificação. A imigração esquece que esses trabalhadores ajudam a crescer nesse país, ajudam a colocar cada pedra no seu lugar, para que a gente possa desfrutar dos hospitais, dos melhores escritórios. Nós não podemos deixar de falar pelos nossos imigrantes. Vamos nos unir e vamos mostrar que nós somos úteis aqui no Canadá. Essa é a nossa casa e nós temos que lutar pela liberdade e a liberdade de expressão de cada imigrante. Não vamos nos calar. Se você vê que tem alguém com uma dificuldade, principalmente quando se trata de imigração, procure aqui o programa Vem Comigo e a gente com certeza vai junto com você. Vamos lutar junto com você, porque unidos somos mais fortes e com Deus na nossa frente nós vamos conseguir. Vem comigo. Chegamos ao final de mais um programa aqui na TV que fala a sua língua. Olha, eu falei com uma amiga minha, Cris, lá do Brasil Remitense, e ela me falou uma frase muito importante. A gente não fica velho, nós ficamos mais experiente. Parabéns, Cris, gostei aí dessa palavra que serviu para mim também e quero passar adiante. E olha, pessoal, uma palavra muito importante que eu gostaria de deixar para vocês aqui antes de finalizar o programa é que nós nunca podemos desistir dos nossos sonhos. O teu sonho está nas mãos do Senhor Jesus. Não deixe que ninguém atrapalhe, porque a partir do momento que Deus dá o sim, ninguém pode falar não. O que Deus une, o homem não separa. Coloque Deus no meio do seu matrimônio, entre a mulher e o homem. Coloque Deus na família. Orem com seus filhos antes de ir para a escola. Ore com seus filhos em casa. Ore pelos teus amigos. E ore também pelos teus inimigos. Porque no final de tudo, a justiça vem de Deus. E a justiça de Deus não falha. Eu sou Juliano De Luca. E você aí, vem comigo.
Chin Radio TV International. Fiercely Canadian, mighty proud of our heritage. Celebrating diversity for 51 years.